Hello, fire signs. Welcome to the Black Hearted Oracle. I have to do your video over. I don't know what happened to the first part of it. It's just gone. All right, so what you see, oh, sorry. Before we get started, I'd like to pay homage and reverence to Mother Sustainer, Father Creator, and of course, my beautiful ancestors. Now, what you see laid before you is the the heart of the matter, and it's attraction. It says you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Then you have 10 turtle. Excuse me. And it's ground yourself. Fairy realm doorkeeper. Water and earth. Honor creative source. Slow down your pace. And it's sewer mermaid. And it's your sensuality is beautiful. And finally, impartiality. So what this is saying is that you have to be careful of what you're attracting, right? Because if you're ungrounded, you're going to be all over the place and your attraction abilities will become limited. So you have to keep a simple focus on what you truly want. You know, when we dissipate our energies on a bunch of little things, we don't have the energies to manifest the greater things that we're looking for in life. And the sewer mating, it says your sensuality is beautiful. And what this is about is accepting yourself as you are, flaws and all. Like, you know, stop the rhetoric in your head telling yourself that you're not good enough, you're not strong enough, you're not pretty enough, you're not young enough, you're not healthy enough, you're not slim enough, you're not fat enough, whatever it is. You know what I mean? Accept yourself as you are, and also to be impartial, to accept other people as they are. Allow people to live their lives as they see fit. You know, and in that way, you'll be better for it. Okay, first up we have Aries, and we have Express Your Love, Swan 39, 29 the Badger. And it's funny how these cards came out because a lot of the cards that came out in the first fire sign reading came out, but it came out for different signs. So, you know, the energies, I guess, are shared. Now it says, express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. And you have 29, the Swan, inner knowledge, song and poetry, future sight, inner beauty, non-resistance, grace, beauty, power of self, realizing your true beauty, an alert state of awareness. And then you have 29, the Badger, which is fight for what you want, self-expression, powerful anger, self-reliant, healers, leaders, and bosses, aggressiveness, reliance, and keeper of the earth's healing herbs, and loner. And then you have the grumpy red fairy that says be your true self. Completion. Gotta read that one because I'm not too sure what completion is saying. It says a life comes to a spectacular close. He was raised in an orphanage and never wore new boots until he enlisted in the army in 1942. By the end of the war, he was a decorated veteran that had survived what many of his brothers had not. Later, he became an actor. He was well loved, but history will remember him as a war hero. When he was finally laid to rest, Goddess smiled upon him as she received him into the heavens. This is a reminder to cherish all the beauty in your life, including endings. Reflect upon your part in history and discover what you value most. Do not fear completion. Embrace it. I am present in the moment. How do I respond to the idea of completion? Honoring your legacy, a neutral ending to a grand adventure, a new beginning on the horizon, a new adventure, honoring those who give to us. Achievement, determination, and fulfillment. So whatever it is, Aries, where you're coming to a completion, which is funny because This is 39 and this is 29, and the difference between them is 10, which would be a completion and a beginning, right? So whatever you're coming to at this completion, whatever phase of your life, you know, if it's not living your truth and you're putting an end to that, well, congratulations. Okay, let's get into why. Yeah. Okay. Express your love. Why is express your love here for Aries? Okay. The Magician. Okay. It says you are ready. You have the resources or the ability to manifest them. Life is magical. Okay, why is the Swan here for Aries? Unity. Okay. So Aries, this is saying if there's a problem in your marriage, just know that you have everything that you need in order to fix it. You know, you just have to stick with your inner knowing and realize your own wealth, your own beauty, your own inner knowing, and realize what you bring to the table. You know, why is the Badger here for Aries? Why is the Badger here for Aries? Yeah, you're going to have to take a leap of faith with your self-expression. You know, don't bite your tongue. And when I say that, I don't mean to say, you know, be aggressive. Well, I mean, aggressiveness is here. But I don't mean that. What I'm meaning to say is don't bite your tongue. You know, if something is bothering you, don't allow it to fester inside of you until it explodes into, you know, a powerful anger outburst. Okay? Why is the grumpy red fairy here? Yeah, the King of Earth. It says successful time, confidently accept opportunities your offer, the Midas touch. Right? So it's saying you're going to have to be true to yourself and stand up in your King of Earth, even though you are a fire sign. Stand up in your King of Earth mode. You know, this is the father, this is the professional, the generous one, the responsible, and the practical one. So you're going to have to make these practical decisions. You're probably going to make decisions that other people are not going to be pleased with, but you're just going to have to do what you have to do, right? Why is completion here for Aries? Why is completion here for Aries? Okay. Page of Water. Okay, so I guess you're at the point in life where you're done apologizing for seeking the opportunities that you're seeking. You know, I guess you're really at a point right now where you're destined for your greatness, and there's no apologies for that. So whoever is going to be salty, let them be salty, because you're seeking your opportunity and you are the magician who has the ability to do so. And if this has to do with the established order like court or any religion or anything like that, then just know that you have to use your inner knowledge to get through this, okay? But everything is looking really good for you, Aries. Just keep on doing what you're doing. That's all I can say. Okay, next up we have Leo. Leo, we have forgiving and learning. We have armadillo, number 28. We have dolphin. We have the Nautilus princess, and we have forgiveness. Okay, Leo, so the armadillo says taken for granted, guard your personal space, boundaries, protection, empath, protect yourself, defend your space, adjust rhythm and senses, and trouble saying no. The dolphin, it's let go of tensions, and it's number 40, and it says, what are your words and thoughts creating? Power of breath and sound. Play outside, fresh air. Word sound is power. Give me 1 second. Oh, Leo, I'm so sorry. Okay, sorry. Okay, you have forgiving and learning, and you have, oh, the dolphin, we were here. Okay, it says play outside, fresh air, word sound is power. And the Nautilus Princess is powerful personal growth, and it comes with forgiveness. So Leo, whatever you've been through, forgiveness is a big deal for you, because it's flanking both of your readings that you need to forgive. And when people hear to forgive, then they get like defensive to saying like, oh, I don't want to forgive that person. You know what they did to me? It doesn't matter what someone or anyone has done to you. Because when you walk around with hatred or, you know, anger for another person, the only person you're hurting really is yourself. Because that person goes on living their life happy, smiling, laughing, and doing whatever they want to do, but you're stuck in hatred, right? So right here, the powerful Nautilus Princess is telling you that, you know, she has to pick up her power because she's about to become queen. And though she doesn't want to hurt people, she has to make the decisions that are right for her and her kingdom. And that's what needs to happen here. It says, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. And while you forgive, you also have to guard your personal space and let go of the tensions that has you bound within your non-forgiveness. Okay. Leo, why is forgiving and learning here for Leos? All right, so we have the Wheel. It's a time of positive change. A situation suddenly moves forward. Fortune is on your side. We have the Queen of Fire. Let's move these up just in case. Okay. The Queen of Fire, the Three of Air, and the Six of Air. All right. The Queen of Fire, it says, stretch your wings and fly. Don't underestimate yourself. Assert your independence and creativity. So it's telling you, Leo, that it's a time of change for you. You know, yes, you've been heartbroken. Yes, you've been hurt. Great sadness has been present in your life. Take time to heal. And the need to forgive yourself and others. You see how much times it's telling you that you need to forgive? Unload in your heart. Let go of the tensions, because when you do, you can do that and move to calmer waters. And carry the lessons with you that you've learned so you won't have to go through these things again. Why is Armadillo here for Leo? The Ace of Earth. Okay, so whatever opportunity it is that you're seeking, you have to be careful to guard it, you know? You have to defend your space because maybe somebody's encroaching on your opportunity. You know, a promising business venture, important documents and contracts. So maybe somebody is really encroaching on this and you need to stand up for yourself and not be taken for granted because of an opportunity that you're giving or one that you're being granted. It says let go of tensions. Dolphin. Why is the dolphin here for Leo? Why is the dolphin here for Leo? Okay. Okay. So you had a 10 of water situation, right? And it says, contented and rewarding family life, your emotional and material needs are met, trustworthy relationships, right? But I'm thinking now that it was a third-party situation, Leo. And if it's not, then, you know, okay. Somehow your heart got broken within a choice that needed to be made. And somebody had left you out in the cold. But in order for you to be able to forgive, you're going to have to let go of the tension and put that love within yourself. You know, feed yourself first. Just like when you're on a plane and it's crashing or some kind of major turbulence happens and an oxygen mask drops down, they always tell you to put it on you first. Because if you are incapacitated, there's no way for you to help anyone else. Okay, why is the Nautilus Princess here? Why is the Nautilus Princess here for Leos? Why is the Nautilus Princess here for Leos? Okay, yeah. This cup of love, it has to be for you. You're going to have to take up your cup of love, you know, and give to yourself. Like I always tell people, like, you can date yourself. There's nothing wrong with dating yourself. And coming from somebody who, like me, trust me, there's nothing wrong with it. Because there's going to be a life experience that happens. So that's a tower moment, you know, that's going to be causing a lot of competing goals, bothersome details, conflict with others. So you're going to be in conflict with people, right? And 4 + 1 is 5 equals change. But the only way is for you to stand in your power to regain your stability. Why is forgiveness here for Leo? 2 of Earth. Yeah, you're juggling back and forth. What is this first pentacle for Leo? What is this first pentacle Leos are juggling? Yeah, you're wanting justice and to release, you know, bring an end, a death to whatever heartache, you know, is here. What is the other pentacle that Leos are juggling? King of Earth. Yeah, your stability. So you're waffling back and forth between calling justice on the situation and releasing it, you know, and moving into a successful time, you know, focusing more on your finances and accepting the opportunities that you have and moving as though you had the Midas touch. All right, you guys, I thank you so much. Now let's get on to Sagittarius. And remember that at the end of the video is closing guidance. So if you would like to skip forward, go right on ahead. No problems. No worries. Okay, it's getting to know each other. 49, the Salmon. 2, Fairy of the Divine Hand, and Impatience. Okay, so Sagittarius. It says, as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. And Salmon is just philosophical thinking, a workaholic, domestic delight, productive, magnificent life, return to your roots, a gift of prophecy, ebb and flow, knowingness, studying, self-direction, single-minded, persistent, and determined. And the Fairy of the Divine Hand is saying intoxication, distorted view, overindulgence. And then we have impatience. The impatience speaks of a man who wanted the dawn to come so bad. Like he was looking for a change in the cycle, right? And he got so impatient that he went and bought a false moon. And he held it there with a string, but he fell asleep and the string slipped out his hand. And then when dawn came, his false moon was blocking the very thing that he wanted most. So Sagittarius, what this is saying is that you need to become more simple-minded, right? Go back to your roots. Go back to whatever it was that was your passion and your drive before you got lost in the stream of life. Because you're having a distorted view due to impatience, and it seems like if it's not nipped in the bud early, it's going to cause a problem in your life. In whatever way we're speaking of, whether it's your relationship, your business life, your friendships, your family, whatever it is, you know. But what you need to do is return to your roots and go back to like when you guys were dating, or if you're not dating, and this is like, you know, go back to happier times. Because we choose to be happy and we choose to be sad. I'm not saying we don't have moments that cause us to change our emotions, but we choose to sit in whatever emotions we choose. Why is getting to know each other here for Sagittarius? Why is getting to know each other here for Sagittarius? The Page of Air. Yeah, it's logical, honest, impulsive, and curious. Challenging information, delays, change of plans, truth delivered without tact, right? So if you're not spying on someone in order to get to know them, it would be better for you to have a real conversation. You know, again, return to your roots. You have to know the ebb and flow of life. Like, it's not always up all the time. Sometimes it's back. Like how tides rush in and rush out. Like, there's an ebb and flow to life. And Once you can get into the flow of life, the better off you'll be, and this distorted view will go away. Why is the salmon here for Sagittarius? Why is the salmon here for Sagittarius? Why? Oh. The moon. Because there's so many things that you're unaware of. But study. That's the best thing that I can tell you, is to study. Okay. Why is the moon here with the salmon for Sagittarius? Why is the Nine of Water? Yeah. So it says important psychic insights, events happening behind the scenes, release fear that holds you back. Exactly. So right now you're in a point of distorted view because of your impatience, and it's causing fear. But what's hidden is the fact that you're soon going to get wish fulfillment. But you have to be careful that what is your wish fulfillment, you're not looking at it as though it's not. Why is the fairy of the divine hand here? Because our blessings sometimes come wrapped in different packages, you know, and it's only hindsight 2020 do you realize how wonderful it was. Just like 2020 and 2019. Yeah, it says don't give up, protect that which you've created, have courage, and believe in yourself. So if you're thinking about giving up on anything, a relationship, a job, a dream, a passion, don't. It's always hard when we're trying to get something off the ground. Just like a seed takes time to burst out of its shell or the ground, that's how creation works. Why is impatience here? Why is impatience here for Sagittarius? Yeah, Knight of Air. Events that occur with great speed, take time to carefully review your options, creative solutions. The Knight of Air. So this is also like, you know, arguments, like somebody rushing in to argue because of being impatient. What is Sagittarius impatient about? Oh. Yeah, well, yeah, that's you, Sag. Confident, warm, stretch your wings. What is Sagittarius impatient about? The Eight of Fire. Events moving at a fast pace. Delays are over. Many things at once. Okay. So you're overwhelmed again with this view. With this distorted view. Any more messages for Sagittarius? Okay. Yeah. Seven of Fire. It says defend your beliefs and decisions. Stand your ground. Choose your battles wisely. And Six of Earth. Yeah. So you got to know when to say when. You have to know when to give and when not to give. You're going to have to balance out these emotions that you're going through in order to get to your wish fulfillment. Because it's here for you, but it's hidden behind the distorted view and your impatience. Okay, Sagittarius, I thank you so much for coming to the Black Hearted Oracle. Now we're going to get into the closing guidance, and we're done. Dream. And it says, dreams gone wild. You have used different faiths, ideas, icons, and totems as guideposts to a higher level of thought, to gain a different and better perspective. You have looked to wildlife as spirit guides and teachers, honoring them with art, time spent in nature, and medicine bundles. You have admired birds, the strongest and the smallest, with fetishes, feathers, crystals. All have been dreamed over in ceremony, and all have been powerful in your intent. But this power is lost when your dreams get wild and unfocused. You wear two different faces when you are unfamiliar with your truth. And you wear both of these masks together when you are a great pretender, not understanding that sacred dream reality in which you live. If you were a bird of prey, what would you be? How would you feel? Do you think you would seek to be anything other than the great bird the Creator intended you to be? Next, you have Mother Mary, expect a miracle. It says, have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. Sekhmet, it says, be strong. It says, you are stronger than you think, and your strength assures a happy outcome. Then we have Cordelia, Delia, and it says go outside. You have been indoors too long. Go outside and get some fresh air. Which a couple, I believe you're, I don't know. Well, was speaking about grounding and getting fresh air in the fire sign. So this is something for all of you guys to do to reconnect. And then you have DNA karma. So this is a perfect time to break ancestral curses, you know, or to use the good things that you've learned from your ancestors in order to create the life that you want, because they're here rooting for you. And you are the person you've been seeking. No one is going to come and rescue and save you. We are the people we've been seeking. Okay? And quote, it says, do not say anything harsh. What you have said will be said back to you. Angry talk is painful and retaliation will get you. It says, I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become. Wow. Okay, you guys, I thank you so much for coming to the Black-Hearted Oracle. I pray that you find your higher self in the quiet places, and may Ma'at hold you in her love and grace. Ashe.